Alright guys, welcome back, or welcome. We are watching Sousou no Frieren, episode 1. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I wanted to watch it when I had more time. I should have more time now, so I'm adding this to the rotation as well. What do I know about this show? Not much. I have seen some of the characters before. I know there's like the white-haired elf girl. I know there's like the purple-haired girl. Um, this show was so overwhelmingly popular when it came out that it was kind of impossible to avoid everything about it. But I don't really know. I have no idea what the show is actually like at all. I just know there's an elf girl. I know there's a purple-haired girl. That's about it. So, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I don't know. It's really popular. I know that. So I don't know. It's probably pretty good if I had to guess. Um, I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. I have no idea, other than it being like in some kind of fantasy world, because there's elves. I don't know what I'm really in for at all. No one really suggested that I should watch this. I just wanted to watch it. So, I don't know. Because when this came out, it was during the period of time when I was working like 70 hours a week, so I had no time to do anything ever. So I didn't watch it when it came out. I probably would have otherwise. But you know what? We're watching it now, so who needs more of a preface than that? We're watching So No Frieren, Season 1, Episode 1. You can line your own copy up with this if you want to. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1. I don't have subtitles, do I? Or there just none for, Oh, maybe there's just none for the opening. Okay. Hopefully. Otherwise, we'll have to fix that pretty quick, won't we? Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I see, I see. This opening sounds very different than the type I would have imagined for this show. I don't, not that I know much about it, but I guess just kind of the vibe I got from it. I'm gonna have to find subtitles for the opening or something. I know why I don't have any. Oh, it looks so good. Oh my god. Ooh, a ring. Oh, I'm down for it. Oh, it's Yorosobi. Okay. Makes sense. I hear it now. Yeah. Oh, lots of characters. Oh, there's purple hair girl again. Yeah, yeah. Madhouse. All right. I like that opening. That was good. At the northernmost end of the continent, I arrived at the place that the people of this world call heaven. Aureole, the land where souls rest. Okay. Many souls gather there, and I spoke with friends who once fought alongside me. Flam, the legendary mage. I want to write that name down, probably, don't I? Oh, there she is. Frieren. Oh, oh, okay. This is what we mean by Beyond Journey's End? Sure, sure. God, already thinking about that? I literally, yeah. I guess. Defeated the Demon King. What? How many jobs are there like that? Good luck finding one of those. I don't know. I guess who knows what this world's like, I guess. Ooh, interesting. She is an elf. Has a long lifespan. Hmm. Oh, Beyond Journey's End, huh? That is an interesting premise, isn't it? That they've already had their journey. So what do they do now? Oh, it's their triumphant return. It was a big deal, huh? Oh, it looks so good. All these people, they don't even CGI. It's crazy. Himmel the hero. Ison the warrior. Heicher the priest. Frieren the mage. These names are like German, aren't they? Let's go! Age of Peace. God, that looks crazy. Oh my god. That looks so good. Don't drop it. Surprised they're being swarmed by people, but maybe it's so busy here that no one even notices them. Oh, yeah, you think? Maybe. Of course. What could be better than that, obviously. Oh god, all the background characters look so good. This guy looks interesting. So what do you do now, you know? Man. Probably very bittersweet, huh? 10 years? They're on a journey for 10 years? Oh god. Oh no. Where do you even buy alcohol when you're traveling to defeat the Demon King? I guess they just stop at villages. I don't know. Get her out! Come on! Hmm. But they're valuable all the same, huh? Yeah. Hmm. A mere 10-year adventure, huh? What, because of how long her lifespan is, I guess? Ooh. Oh, man. Era meteor shower. Mmm. Huh. The idea of an era of peace is interesting, because I'm sure it's going to feel like the era of peace is much shorter for Frieren than for the others, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be 50 years from now. Huh. So I guess it's interesting, right? Would her long lifespan really mess with her sense of time that much? I mean, probably, right? People say that's why like years as you get older feel like they're shorter and shorter, you know. I don't know if that's really true, but makes sense, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, are we parting ways already? Hmm. She's so like emotionally like I don't know. Doesn't show her emotions very much, does she? I don't know what to call it exactly. All right. When is every once in a while? They don't even know how old she is? Hmm. Interesting. Man. That's very interesting, right? Because I'm sure she must have found meaning in it. Oh my god. Okay, we are really going fast, huh? I don't know. That's kind of sad, right? That if for her it was such a short period of time, and for them it was also so long and so meaningful, haggling with that guy. But I'm sure it was meaningful for her too, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting like concept, right? Whether or not the amount of time that it feels like it was. Oh my god. Oh, don't fall. Hmm. But I guess this just shows how, like, how rich her life can be being so long, you know? She can do all these things. Oh, God. Beautiful. Oh my God, he's so old now. How long has it been? Oh, so like last week then, huh? Um, I guess. How long has it been? Is Himmel still around? Should you be touching it? Oh, okay. It's been about 50 years. Oh no. Are they alive anymore? I mean, well, yeah, you would think so. Oh God. Uh-oh. Hmm. It's been 50 years. Oh God. He's old. It's not really him. She hasn't changed at all. He's had a whole life. Oh man. That's so sad actually, right? Like imagine from his point of view what it must be like seeing Frieren again. Still the same, still unchanged, you know? And I guess her being unchanged is both physically and I don't know, mentally kinda, you know what I mean? It's just been in there for 50 years. I hope it's not letting off some kind of chemical or something. Hmm. Oh, God. And I can't imagine how good of friends they must have been spending 10 years together, you know? Oh, is it like a familiar to whisk it off to her house? Not that big of a deal, huh? You think? Oh, it's still there. Oh, it's old and rusted and yeah, yeah. It's oxidized, right? Man, it's been 50 years. No one would even think that she could be the same one in that statue anymore, huh? Come on. Hmm. That little exchange was interesting, I think. He still looks good. Himmel's the only one who's aged this much. He's a bishop now, huh? He's still drinking now? Yeah, she's like a granddaughter to them now, if anything. Hmm. Just can't tell. Oh god, don't tell me it's like yeah, don't tell me it's like a year from now still. Oh god. Okay. Can they make that? Hmm. Yeah. Oh god. Hmm. How special it must be to be doing this again after all those years, you know? And especially just how different it must feel for her, if her perception of time is really that different. Oh, man. What is it? Oh, it's a dog. Oh, God. Hmm. Oh, man. I'm just trying to imagine what that would possibly feel like, you know? Like, how nostalgic it must feel to just see her again. The very end. Does she even realize that, like, he's gonna die soon, right? Like, her friends are all gone, you know? Because the very fact that she came back and wanted to see this with them still, it shows that she has a connection to them and they mean something, but that is a very beautiful spot to watch it, though. The reflection. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess he was a hero, right? He gets a big, big ceremony. Ah. Hmm. Wonder what the idea of death is like to her, too, you know? Must be such a faraway thing. Oh. They're all just heartless then, huh? Oh. She just... What, she's just thinking about it? Just realizing it? I don't know. He's gone. Oh. Oh, man, come on. It's just not fair, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so much worse. It's the regret of not missing his entire life, really. Oh, the ring from the opening. She's missed his life too, as sad as it is. Hmm. Oh. Is she afraid of death, I wonder? Oh, yeah, true. I guess, right? If anyone deserves it, it's you guys. That's the whole reason. Had to be more reason than that. Come on. I don't know if she'll ever see him again. I guess the sad thing is it might be too late now to try and, she's missed 50 years of their lives, right? But it's not too late for her, yeah, to form new relationships, you know? No? He could hang around? Oh. Older than he looks, huh? What's that face, huh? Hmm. Just doesn't show his age as much, huh? Hmm. Man. And like Frieren, seems so young still, you know? So surely she must still be pretty young, even by elf standards, right? I mean, who knows how long elves live, but if it's so long that 50 years is just a drop in the bucket, oh, it's the same road. Ah, man. It's like there must be time for her to change and learn, you know. I mean that's the good thing, right? She is much more than what we would call a lifetime. Oh, 20 years? Oh God. Oh, is that her? That's her. Purple hair girl. Got some mushrooms. God, she has a very soft voice, huh? Oh, is he still alive? Oh, he's still alive after 70 years after the adventure. How old is he then? He must be really old, right? Because the adventure was 10 years, so it's been 80. And what, I mean, he must have been probably an adult when they left. Hmm. That the goddess would forgive him, huh? Can it ever be too late, though? Surely not. Not for you or for him. Fern. Ooh, a war orphan. That's okay. Ominous. He's a bishop. Yes, it is. Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Might have been too late, but you aren't, I guess. You made it. You made it. Ooh. That's another chance, isn't it? Form a truly deep relationship with someone. Although, I don't know. Hmm. Oh, come on. Really? Is it that dangerous? Is this world that dangerous? I guess they did fight a giant dog thing and a demon king. Okay, I guess. I guess I get it. But still. Okay, that is terrifying. Yeah. Can she do that? They wrote their books in code. All right, good. Does he have that long? Hmm. For Fern? Mm-hmm. Huh. I would really like to know what Frieren's stance on death is, you know, what she thinks about it. A little bit more time. Hmm. It's like she's dismissive of it almost, you know, the idea of using your time in a meaningful way. Even though I think that she is too. It's like she just doesn't want to acknowledge it. I don't know. It's very interesting, I guess. Oh, yeah? Seems like we've kind of gone back around and now you basically are taking an apprentice, huh? I guess she's not in risk of dying if you're hanging around here, though. Get that leaf off your head. Ooh, she's invisible. Hmm. She, like, on first glance, she seems kind of similar to Frieren herself, doesn't she? Kind of being, like, I don't want to say emotionally closed off, but... Oh, okay. Sure. What, she gonna do it right now? Oh, no. Barely can't. Hmm. Somewhat. You think? Just like you, I guess. Oh, that's the end. Man. I wish I had captions or subtitles, I mean, for the openings and endings. I don't know why I don't. Man, that was good. That was good. I don't know, very interesting like themes I can imagine us going into here, you know. Um, hmm. Oh, man. It just keeps building, huh? Anytime, anywhere. God, this is like beautiful. Like, what even is this? Oh, that's her. Man, I couldn't even tell at first that that was a face. Oh, walking. All the different seasons. Oh, there's silhouettes down there. Oh god, no spoilers, no spoilers. Okay, that was a really good first episode. We will talk about it in the discussion. All right, let's talk about the episode. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that more than I thought I would, honestly. I mean, not that I really had much of an idea how much I was going to enjoy it, but that was really good. I like the opening a lot. Again, I wish I had lyrics. Maybe if there's like a different like subgroup I should use or something that has subtitles for the opening. I don't know why I don't. Kind of weird, but sure. I don't know. You don't want to look too deeply into this because like there's like spoilers, so not gonna look too much at the opening for now. Man, so we started off with with these lines from Flom the Legendary Mage, huh? What does this mean exactly? At the northernmost end of the continent, I arrived at the place that the people of this world call heaven. Ariel, the land where souls rest. That's actually very interesting, right? The idea of there being a place in the world where souls rest, the place that's called heaven. Because heaven was brought up specifically in the episode 2, right, from Heiter. So, I don't know, that's interesting. It's from Flam the Legendary Mage, which I wrote that name down, but who knows? I guess we'll see. Guess we will see. Man, this map looks, I don't know, looks like a classic RPG map, I guess. Where'd they start? They started down here at the bottom and they worked their way up or something? Maybe they started in the central lands, who knows? We got Ing, we got Wall, we got Vurig. Yeah, it's all like German. So I don't know, it's cool, I guess. I don't know, what does Frieren mean in German? I'm gonna break out the old Google Translate, but we aren't doing from Japanese for once. Freeze. You know, yeah, that does sound about right. That does sound about right for her name to mean freeze, I suppose. And we are introduced to Frieren right away. Our buddy Frieren. They've returned from their journey, making their triumphant return. So Frieren herself, the namesake of the show, very interesting character. I think I have a good idea of where we're going, I suppose, right? Like, I don't know, but there's a whole lot of stuff that's like going together here into like what we're doing. You know what I mean? The fact that her life is so long and that she perceives time in a different way than others. You know what I mean? Like, um, at least that, I mean, that's the assumption. You know what I mean? Because she keeps saying that it was just a mere 10-year journey. It didn't mean anything. Blah blah blah. Right? Um, And like she says that it's a mere 10-year journey, which just makes it sound like, oh, because my life's so long, that was such a small part of it, that means it wasn't meaningful, you know? But I guess just the important thing that I think is clear to anyone, and I think Frieren has realized throughout this episode as well, is that like the length of time that you spend doesn't matter, right? It's about just how meaningful the moments are, you know? Like when she was thinking at Himmel's funeral about how she didn't know anything about him, I mean, all she was thinking about was the time that she spent with him on their journey, right? And just because she did make the decision to leave for 50 years and miss the rest of his life, and she regretted that, that doesn't mean that the time that she spent with him on their journey was any less meaningful, right? Like, he still cared a lot about her, she still cared a lot about him, as shown by the end. I mean, she cried at his funeral. Those are just about the only emotions we've seen from her, right? So, I guess it's an interesting idea, I guess. The idea that, you know, it's not the amount of time that matters, right? Even though 10 years is a long time for anyone, right? I think anyone who goes on a 10-year journey with someone is going to become like best friends with them. But I guess if we just look at it from Fruin's point of view, and she perceives time so differently, um, then I get, let's pretend it's like a week, right? I mean, you could spend a week with someone and still remember it for the rest of your life. It was truly meaningful. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting because like the other part of me wants to say that like Frieren was wrong and that she should have like hung out with Himmel instead of abandoning him for 50 years, right? Maybe that's a mean thing to say. She didn't really abandon him, right? They weren't married, but you know, if she did kind of make a poor decision, at least if she wanted to maintain a relationship with him, right? And I guess, and that comes across in the show, right? Like obviously, she decides that she wants to like get to know people better, right? But I guess just the thing I want to point out is that I think she did know Himmel, right? Like the 10 years that she spent with him, even if she wants to say it was a mere 10 years, it didn't matter. It seems to have a very significant impact on her, right? So, hmm. I guess it's kind of like both of those things are important, you know? So they're returning from their journey. They defeated the Demon King. I don't know, it's just all this stuff that you never think about. You know, this is kind of like a pretty typical like story for. I think of this as more like a JRPG or something, right? Oh, you go on a long journey and you finish it, you know. More so than like a typical anime storyline. But you know, you see stories like that like in games all the time, where you go on a long journey and do something, and then the game ends, and it's like you normally don't get to see what happens afterwards. You know, so this kind of answers a lot of those questions, right? Yeah, they got to look for work, I guess. They aren't set for life. Man, they defeated the Demon King, but they did it for the greater good, right? It's not just for personal gain, I suppose. And yeah, just Frieren is so I don't know. She's so emotionally like closed off, right? But I guess I don't like saying it like that. She just doesn't show her emotions, right? Because I think it's clear that she has emotions and that she does care about these things, even if she herself denies it, you know. Um, and I wonder why. I wonder why she's like this, you know. Is there some reason that she doesn't want to show her emotions to others? Is it because of people like Himmel that she has seen pass away so quickly, you know? That if everyone to her dies so fast, right? That human lives are so short, that it's just for her it's like a month, right? Then it makes sense why she would want to block herself off from feeling those emotions. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to get hurt, you know. If she had managed to convince herself that she didn't care about Himmel and that she had only known him for 10 years, which for her is like a week, then, you know, she wouldn't have to be hurt when he does pass away, right? So I guess like it could be almost like a defense mechanism that she acts like this, you know, because who knows how long she's been alive? Who knows how many other people there could have been that she's been close to that have passed away, you know? And if she ever forms a connection with anyone, that's all she's opening herself up to is the pain of when they leave her eventually, you know? Like I disagree with that, right? Like that's not a good way to view relationships or anything, you know? Like even for people with normal lifespans, most friends that you form, most relationships that you form, aren't going to be with you for your entire life, you know? That doesn't mean you should avoid them just because one day it'll end and that'll hurt, you know? Like, I get, like, obviously, right? I just wonder if that's the explanation for why Frieren acts like this, you know? Because it is, like, kind of a level of, like, potential emotional suffering that, like, normal people would never be able to understand, right? Like, most people, I mean, there's a few significant people in your life that will die through your lifespan, right? Your parents, close friends, siblings, maybe. Um, But when you have a long lifespan like Frieren, I mean, who knows, right? Like, oh God. And I guess it's interesting because, like, she cared enough to come back to see the Era meteor shower again with Himmel and with everyone, right? She said she was only doing it for the Shadow Dragon Horde thing. I don't really believe her exactly. I think that she did care about them, and that's part of why she wanted to go back, right? So she obviously cared enough to do that, right? And because she did, because she came to Himmel's funeral and was here when he died, that's why she opened herself up to these emotions and to feeling hurt like this, right? So it just makes you wonder that if she normally, if her typical way of doing things is to just, spend time with someone and then leave before she ever sees them die or anything like that. I mean, yeah, that seems like some kind of defense mechanism to dealing with the exact kind of emotions she had to deal with in this episode, you know? Hmm. And obviously, like, I don't, we'll talk about Fern when we get to Fern. They have their triumphant return, of course. They have returned. Ison the warrior, Hydra the priest, Himmel the hero, and Frieren the mage. The classic RPG classes, I suppose. They don't have a rogue, though. maybe Fern can be the rogue. Who knows? She'll give up magic. God, it looks so good. The art and everything. All these background characters. Man, so good. Yeah, I'm surprised they aren't getting swarmed here at the festival. Maybe it's just so busy that just no one even sees that the heroes they're celebrating are sitting right there, you know? Or maybe everyone's just very polite. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they all grew up here or something, so it's like no big deal, you know? They're just, oh, Himmel's finally back. Hydra loves drinking, huh? Let me look at the background of this shot. What characters we got? Got some people having a good time, I suppose. Looks good to me. It's good to me. Oh, the city looks so cool. Hmm. And for them, it's like for them, this whole journey has been. I mean, it's basically what has like defined their lives. I assume, right? Like, I think, yeah, Himmel, his legacy certainly lasted until his death, right? He was a hero forever. Heiter became a bishop, probably partially because of the notoriety he gained through this journey. I mean, Ison has a long life just like Frieren, which is interesting. I wish they would talk more about that. um, but for them, it's like such a significant thing that has changed their lives. You know what I mean? And Frieren kind of rejects the idea that this is like a defining part of her life because she says, "Oh, it was just a mere 10 years," you know. But I guess I just don't like that idea. I don't like the idea that just for her, because it was a shorter amount of time relatively, that means it was less important. You know, I think it was just important for her as it was for them, right? Um, hmm. Just her stance on her own emotions. It's very, I don't know, it's very interesting. But I guess that's what we're getting into. That's what she's gonna learn, I suppose. We make a lot of progress just in the first episode, don't we? Oh, sorry. Got all these very good moments. Them almost getting killed, Hater being drunk, Frieren in a mimic. Why don't they get her out? Like, come on, get her out of there. It's dark and scary in here. That's the worst part. That's the worst part of a mimic chewing on your torso is it's dark and scary inside, I guess. Sure. I guess she's scared of the dark. Hmm. And yeah, and I guess it being her immediate response to like Himmel like expressing his gratitude that he went on this journey with all of them, right? Her immediate response is to just downplay it and say, no, it's just a mere 10 years, right? So that it really just seems like a defense mechanism, I guess, to not feeling the type of emotions that she felt in this episode, right? Hmm. Because I guess, do I even buy it? Do I even buy the idea that for Frieren it was actually that much shorter, you know? In terms of like obviously compared to her relative lifespan, yes, but compared to her actual perception of time, is it even true that she perceives time quicker? Did it actually feel any shorter for her? That's what I'm trying to get across, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, or is that just a convenient excuse for her? I guess. Because yeah, because it's just her fear of attaching to others, essentially, right? Of course, I guess we don't know how old she is, right? Like, how old is she really as an elf, you know? Like, I guess I have the assumption that she must already have been alive for quite a while because she changes so little throughout the 50 years that pass, the 70 years that pass by the end of the episode, right? So I have to assume she's already, I mean, hundreds of years old, probably, right? So I assume that this is something that she's experienced before, essentially. Right? I assume Himmel in this group is special. I assume she's connected to them more than others, and that's why it like is this breaking point for her. But the Era meteor shower, once every 50 years. An era of peace. And it's interesting because that era of peace for Frieren would assumedly not even last that long for her, right? Or at least maybe it would feel like it lasts just as long, but it wouldn't be her whole life, you know? Like who knows how much peace they've bought with killing the Demon King, but man, for them it's their whole life. For Himmel it was the rest of his life. For Frieren, who knows? Hmm. And they separate. Off Frieren goes. She goes around to collect spells, which is very interesting with what she says at the end of the episode about her stance on magic, right? We'll talk about that at the end, but I don't know if I buy her saying she only somewhat likes magic, right? Just like I don't know if I buy her saying that she, it was just a mere 10-year adventure that didn't mean anything, you know? I guess she's kind of like, I don't want to call her a tsundere because that's like stupid, but she kind of is for her, like, her own feelings about everything, I guess. Not connected to any specific person, but you know what I mean, right? It's a trifling thing, but it clearly isn't, you know? Like, it can't be. And I guess, like, I mean, how far do I want to go with this, right? Like, she spends all of this time isolated. She spends these 50 years, clearly not. I mean, from what we can see, she does a bunch of stuff that seems meaningful and seems like she's enjoying her life, right? But if she herself views it as, oh, it's just a mere 50 years, who cares, you know? She's not really valuing the time that she's spending. She's not, you know. So it's like then, in retrospect, she's making this time less meaningful by viewing it in that way. You know what I mean? Even though clearly it's like she lived a whole amazing life here. Like, look at all these cool things she's doing, right? Got trapped in a mimic again. Like, looks awesome, you know? But for her, I mean, I wonder if she'll ever even mention anything that she did in those 50 years, you know what I mean? And I wonder how much of that is due to, like, a lack of human connection, right? Like, because I guess I would say that the way you find meaning in life is through your connection with other people, right? I don't think that's like very controversial to say, right? So if she has this position on connection with others, where I think she's like scared of it essentially because of the way it could hurt her, then it makes sense that we would just skim through these 50 years real quick, and that she would also view these 50 years as just merely a trifling thing, you know, because she didn't connect with others throughout this time, you know. I'm sure she did on some level, but not in a meaningful way, like she's tried to with Himmel at the end here, you know, or the way she regretted not doing so with Himmel, I suppose. She needs a Shadow Dragon Horn for summoning. Like, what is she gonna summon? Like, God, the comedy in this episode is really good. It's so like understated and so just like, you know, I don't know. It's really funny. Off we go. Back we are to the city. It's been 50 years. It's crazy. Like, I wonder how many people around here were even alive when she was here last, you know? Man. And there's Himmel. You're so old. Hmm. And just from Himmel's point of view, it must just be crazy to see Frieren again, right? Unchanged as always, just and like obviously her being physically unchanged after those 50 years is also like I feel like that very clearly like plays in to the themes as well, right? Like she's both unchanged physically and those 50 years were just the trifling thing that just passed by so quickly, you know, because she was like unchanged emotionally through that time as well, right? Not that I'm saying like she needs to change physically to like show her, but like I just think in this case it like mirrors it very well. You know what I mean? She's unchanging. Sorry, my recording cut out for a second. Um, so she's here to get the Shadow Dragon horn. He never forgot about it. He left it in his cabinet this whole time, exuding an evil aura. But no, it was meaningful to him, I suppose. It was like a symbol of their relationship, probably, of their journey together. Not that big of a deal. Hmm. I guess she just wants to tell herself that, right? That it's just not a big deal. I guess, and she has a bird familiar thing that whisks it off to her house, assumedly. Oh man, it's all tarnished. Hmm. It's just very like this shot is just really, like how much her statue has changed, right? Like her statue of her is like tarnished and it rusted. And here she is, the same as ever. Looks like the same as she was all that time ago. You know what I mean? It's just the resistance to emotional change is just mimicked perfectly in her physical lack of change, I guess. Hmm. That's just I don't know. This is just a very meaningful shot to me, I suppose. It looks so good. Wonder what she's thinking in this moment. Thinking about how it doesn't mean anything. I hope not. I don't believe her if that's what she would say. And here, this scene right here, I'm telling you, this shows that her whole thing about how time is so different for her, and she doesn't. Oh, it was just a mere 10 years. Blah 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 blah. If her perception of time is really that different, why is she getting mad waiting for him? Right? She's like, oh, we gotta go. She's out here yawning, right? You would think that for her, this would have felt like even if Himmel was in there for an hour, it would have felt like 1 second to her. You know what I mean? So I guess I literally just don't believe her that she perceives time differently. You know what I mean? I think she perceives it just like everyone else. She might not be finding as much meaning in it, right? And like that's why they say time passes like faster for you as you age too, like as a person. Um, like people bring up the thing that's like, oh, the proportion of your life, it's like a different, it's a less amount every year, so it feels like less. But like I think the real reason is because as you grow older, you stop experiencing new things, you stop like reaching out and doing new stuff and like growing and changing as a person. A lot of people kind of stagnate as they get older, right? So then your time just feels like it goes by a lot faster, right? Like if you've ever just had like a period in your life where all you're doing is just like working and doing nothing else and like is that time can just feel like it goes by really fast, like especially retrospectively, like looking back on it. um so I feel like for Frieren, that's why her time feels like it goes by so quickly, because she makes an active effort to not be changed by it and to not be like connected with it. Because I just think this scene shows that obviously, if she's getting out here yawning and harassing Himmel to hurry up, clearly her perception of time isn't different from other people. Right. Meeting back up with Hyder and Aizen. We gotta go see the meteor shower. A week's walk away. And man, it's just crazy. For Himmel, it's just like how meaningful this has to be for him, right? Reliving his youth. I wonder what his life was like. I guess we don't get to know, right? Frieren doesn't know either. Man. And we take down this giant dog thing. So, I don't know. Good job, I guess. Hmm. And like it's clear as well, obviously, like what this makes clear is that Frieren, even if she feels like this time didn't have an impact on her, if that's what she wants to tell herself, it was so meaningful to other people. You know what I mean? Like if she's had this much impact on others, that's something that she can find meaning in too, right? Like, what a beautiful place to see it. Hmm. And Himmel passes away. It's a hero's funeral. And I really wonder what Frieren thinks about death, you know? Like what? I mean, it must feel like such a faraway concept to her, but we bring up the idea of it several times in this episode, right? Himmel dies, Hyder's close to death, he wants to research resurrection and immortality. So I just wonder what Frieren herself thinks about the idea of death, you know? I guess she would just, like, brush it aside and think that it's just so far away that it doesn't matter, you know? Um, but I feel like most people feel like that in their daily life too, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure Himmel wasn't worrying about the day he was going to die when he got back from the journey, right? But his death came all the same, you know what I mean? So for Frieren, if for her the idea of death is this far away thing and that she has all the time in the world to, you know, make her life meaningful, I think it's just for her, just like for us, I mean. And same for her. That's just not true, right? Like she has to make the most of every second, every moment of her life. Or she should, right? Like she should try and make her life meaningful, is essentially what I'm trying to say, you know? And that even if she wants to say that she can just lounge around for a million years and it doesn't matter, I mean, she'll die someday, and at that moment, she doesn't want to feel the same regret that she felt here for Himmel, you know, but for herself. Like, imagine how much worse that would feel for her if by the end of her life she feels like she's never made meaningful connections or done anything because she just lounged around and thought about how meaningless time was the whole time, right? Hmm. Everyone calls her heartless, but I don't know. I guess they're all heartless, huh? But I guess that just kind of calls out the fact that, like, despite her appearance, it's clear that this is actually affecting her, right? Like, it does mean something to her. She has to admit it to herself, right? Oh, this scene is so sad, man. Not like I knew anything about him. But I think you did. You did know him, right? You missed the rest of his life, but I don't know. That's like the contradicting feelings I have here is like she doesn't need to have seen his whole life to have known him. But at the same time, I understand her regrets, and I understand why that if their relationship was this meaningful, why she would feel so bad about just abandoning it, right? Hmm. Aw. Why didn't I try to get to know him better? But I guess if that's what she feels, then that's what matters, right? And the ring, that is in the opening. I wonder what that ring represents, you know? Something between her and Himmel, you must assume, right? And she does get to see Hyder again. One last time. Well, I don't know. She'll be hanging around with Frieren for a while, so who knows how long Hyder's gonna hang on. Long enough for Frieren to train Frieren, I guess. I guess that would be his hope, at least. Is what, like, Hyder's gonna die, and then Frieren's just gonna abandon Frieren, just be like, okay, Frieren, you can stay there now. You can stay in the shack. I'm out of here. You'll be too much of a bother. Like, surely she wouldn't do that, right? Eisen's too old. Wonder how old he'll live, huh? Wonder if she'll get to see him again. I hope so. And she just seems like she doesn't believe him, I guess, or I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to take her emotions, but you know, I just heard her reaction to him saying that life slows down as you get older. Just, I don't know, her saying "I see." I just get the idea that she's not taking the idea of it that seriously, right? But I guess I feel like Himmel's death must have woken her up somewhat, right? It clearly did, because she said that she was trying to make meaningful connections now. The journey's end. 20 years later. Run into Fern. Fern in the woods. I'm surprised he's still alive. I mean, he has to be like 100. Like, if he was 20 when they left on their journey, it's been 80 years. So, I am surprised he's alive, especially with all that drinking. And this line, I really like this line. It's very interesting. Like, I doubt the goddess will forgive you, even if you clean up your act now, right? I feel like that applies so well to Frieren, too. You know what I mean? Like, um, that in some way it must feel like I wonder if she's thought this too, that it must feel like it's like too late for her to try and form a meaningful connection with people, you know? Like with Himmel, you know what I mean? I wonder if she ever thought, as she was out spending those 50 years, if she ever thought about going back to, you know, meet up with Himmel, and if she just felt like it was too late, that the goddess wouldn't forgive her. It's too late to clean up her act now. Or if just even in just a broader sense, if that's like a position that she's kind of had about herself and her position on relationships with others, just in general. I don't know. I don't know. I really feel like that's what it's like speaking to. Her that being her position on like Heiter changing. It speaks to her own idea about herself changing, I think. And we meet Fern. Fern is very similar to Frieren in a way, it feels like. Her being almost invisible. It seems like she's very, she speaks very properly, and she's very, like, I don't know, seems like she's not super open with her emotions either, just like Frieren isn't. Her being an orphan as well, that is interesting, right? She's experienced loss in her life, too. God, she might have been too late. Like I guess she came back to hang out with Heiter, but she kind of thought he was already dead. So, and she said she won't take Furin as an apprentice, which, like, I guess she brings this up that they might die in battle. But again, I just wonder if it's really her fear of connection with others, right? Like, I just like if it's just kind of scary the idea of hanging out with Furin. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could believe either one, right? Like, I guess I can believe her, but I can also think that it's just her not wanting to connect with someone, right? We got this tomb from Ewig the Sage, which is said to contain lost spells of resurrection and immortality, which is very interesting, right? Like, I guess, I don't know. We've already experienced some death from Himmel, and Heiter's gonna die soon. And then I'm just curious what Frieren's position on death is, right? So the idea of resurrection and immortality is very interesting. It's gonna take her 6 years to decode it, though. So, and like Heiter saying that he's afraid of death now and that he wants more time right at the end of his life. It's interesting, right? Because you just have to wonder if that's gonna apply to Frieren as well as she ages. And I assume she's thinking about that too. Of course, she immediately she doesn't even say anything and just acts so dismissive that it's so. But I guess that's her position on these things. That's the way she portrays herself. Hmm. And she'll train Fern while she's here, so guess we got 6 years of training. Surely that's enough time for her to be, I don't know, survive on her own, I guess. Hmm. It's a good thing to be invisible. It is. Like, I guess I kind of equate being invisible almost in this case to almost like the way that both of them seem like they don't show their emotions very much, right? That's like being invisible. So Frieren agreeing it's a good idea to be invisible. Or it's a good thing to be invisible. Like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Barely detect for mana. So we got mana in this universe. I don't know. Wonder how deep in we're gonna get on that. If we're gonna get like exact mechanics, or if we're just gonna, mana's a thing. That's it. I really thought she was gonna blow up this rock right now. I kind of thought she was gonna say like, "Oh, I can already do it," but I don't want to leave Heiter. I thought she was gonna say something like that, but no, she just can't do it yet. And she asks the question here: "Do you like magic?" And Fern says somewhat, and Frieren agrees, which I think it's interesting because like she said that she was going on her 50-year journey specifically to like look for spell books, right? So I get the idea that Frieren really likes magic. I think she really does. Um, so I don't know. I guess it fits in really well with like the way she portrays her emotions too. I guess I thought I would have more to say about this, but maybe I don't. Like I guess it makes sense that she would say that she has the same position on magic when this is like her position on her emotions too, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. It makes perfect sense to me, I guess. And that is the end of the episode. That was really good. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for this now. I don't know what I expected from this show. It wasn't this. Like but again, I guess I don't know what I expected. So anything wouldn't have been what I expected, I guess. So yeah, that was really good. That was a really good first episode. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think so. I think I covered everything I wanted to. That was very good. That was very good. So yeah, subscribe, please, if you enjoy my videos, please. We got to get those numbers up. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.